How many of our presidents in ECOWAS are loyal to the citizens and to the oath that they have sworn? Alassane Ouattara, an illegitimate puppet of the West, will have the effrontery to tell people that he is willing. Why not? He's willing, because long before today, we are aware that Macron has been speaking to him, and that behind the scenes, he's been talking to the president of Ghana. And they were thinking that Ghana would simply supply the military to go. These people think that by virtue of the fact that they have been elected into office as heads of state, they have everything to dismantle and damage the nations that they represent. Alassane Ouattara served 2 terms, right? After his 2 terms, he virtually stepped down and said that he was going to allow people that he anointed to succeed him. Anytime he anointed somebody, the person died. Anytime he made a public pronouncement that this is the person that I will take over from me, Alhaji, the person doesn't last long. More than 3 people that Alassane Ouattara said that, look, they were ready to take over from him. All of them died. The last one was Koulibaly. That he said, oh, he is not going to contest. And then Koulibaly was going to. As soon as Koulibaly died, Alassane Ouattara somersaulted and went for a 3rd term. Where was Abdel Fattah Musa, the commissioner responsible for good governance and democracy? Could he speak? Where was President Nana Akufo-Addo when the constitution was violently overthrown by Alassane Ouattara? And he was imposed on the people because he is a puppet of France. Where were they when this happened? That illegitimate head of state in Cote d'Ivoire, giving the backings of France, is saying that he's willing and ready. Of course he should be willing and ready, because he is the one that we understand France is using. Go to Senegal, Alhaji. Macky Sall became president with a promise to reduce the term of presidency from 7 to 5. And with the fact that he was not going to contest for 2 terms, and they ensured that the rules were established. So after that, Macky Sall did everything to go for a 3rd term. Any member of the opposition that opposed Macky Sall's 3rd term bid is in jail. There have been massive disruptions and instability in Senegal. The last one was the Trump Act charges they peddled against Ousmane Sonko, that he had gone to rape a lady, and it turned out that it could not be proven. What did the court charge Ousmane Sonko for? They charged him for inciting the youth. Listen, at the end of the day, somebody that had no freedom, they charge him, the court charge him for that corrupting the youth. And for that reason, he should go into jail for 2 years, by which time the elections for which he is planning to contest would have been over. That Abdel Fattah Musa did not see and does not call for good governance and to call on ECOWAS or ECOMOC to go and interfere. Because Macky Sall was running down democracy. He did not see that. All of a sudden, Abdel Fattah Musa is the one who is virtually commandeering and bulldozing his way so that they can go and launch a full-scale war in Niger. We are waiting for them. They've never met their Waterloo. They will meet their Waterloo. See, France has been everything but dangerous to the wealth, to the health, and to the future of the young people of Africa. Why? Aren't you aware that the pact that France signed, which Modibo Keita refused to sign, which Sekou Touré refused to sign, for which reason these 2 persons were the first to be deposed after what happened in the Congo, in French-speaking Africa? What happened? they signed a pact in which France says that we are granting you independence. But whatever you produce, whatever you want to export, France should be the first option. And when France is not able to purchase what you are exporting at their own determined price, then France will recommend for you where to sell it. When you sell whatever you have exported, France will keep your money for you and give you 20% because you are not competent to handle your own money. So France will keep 80% and be given to you in bits. As we speak, the presidential villa in Ivory Coast, where Alassane Ouattara is staying, is a property of France where they are paying rent. Ivory Coast is paying rent to France. Alassane Ouattara doesn't see anything wrong with this. The water they drink in Cote d'Ivoire, they pay water bill and electricity bill to France. And so it has gotten to a point where the young people in French-speaking Africa think that, look, we have had enough of France. If our legitimate so-called elected presidents are incapable of telling France in his face that enough of that pact, then the military should come in. Or has the elections result of Bola Tinubu, has it been confirmed yet by the courts? No. The elections are in dispute. If it is not a useless institution like ECOWAS, how can somebody whose elections are still in dispute and are in contention be elected the chairperson of ECOWAS? Because his legitimacy is not fully confirmed. You go and confirm Bola Tinubu as the chairperson of ECOWAS. And a man who did not obtain majority of the votes, who, take note, in his instance, you can call it first past the post. Because he got about 8 million votes, Alaji. Peter Obi got about 6 million votes. Abu Bakr Atiku got in excess of 6,000 votes. 6 million votes. If the two opposition parties add up, they are in the majority. What it means is that the majority of the voters say that Bola Tinubu, you are not even competent to be president. So whose mandate are you carrying into ECOWAS to go and fight? More importantly, he probably, despite the fact that his elections are yet to be validated or invalidated, thought it wise that if I have to send troops to go and topple a regime in Niger, I need the mandate of my Senate. That is his parliament. Aladi, he went to parliament. The fury in the House of Parliament, Senate, was so much that the vote to send troops from Nigeria to Niger was rejected. Roundly rejected. In our instance, when you need to commit your soldiers to battle another country, you need the approval of Parliament. President Nana Akufo-Addo does not find it fit. Because what it means is that Ghana is going to interfere or virtually going to attack another country. We are declaring war on another country. Has President Akufo-Addo come to Parliament? No. And because Bola Tinubu failed to get his Senate, this particular security session of ECOWAS was moved to Ghana, where Alassane Ouattara and Akufo-Addo are in partnership with Macron to go and do the bidding of France.